Hey everybody, welcome back to Complete Trader Academy's daily review. Today is February 16, 2023. All right, let's hop right into it here. Nice day today. Big bearish candle as we expected. Price opened up here and took out the high of yesterday's high, and then came down, came back up, then came down and settled and took out the previous day's lows, and then that low as well, which was Monday. All right, so let's hop into a smaller time frame here. Let's go to a 5-minute. All right, so interesting day because it played out pretty well. A little too perfect in my opinion, but so price gapped right here. So, and this is the previous day's gap. So you got to remember, when you drag them out, they're very important because price will respect those gaps. So when we had the gap today, and yesterday we were discussing, okay, were we going to take out that previous high? It looked like it was going to be a good option for taking it out. And then if you look, it didn't take it out, obviously, and price was holding bullish structure until we had these breaks right here. Started to get internal breaks of structure, and it slowly started breaking, and then it went underneath the gap, and that's a big sign that it's going to hold bearish. Sure enough, we got more order flow. You could have been a seller right there. That's where I would have caught if I would have bought, but at 7:10 I'm not actually trading. Now, I'm not saying I don't ever trade at between 7 and 8 o'clock, but most of the time I'm not. So, but generally before a news event, you'll want to trade the earlier part of the day first, which is between the 7 and 8:30, sometimes even 6 to 7, 6 to 8, and then the news will come out, and then you'll get the choppy news and all that. So in general, I didn't take this trade in it. When I'm watching price, it just kept sinking. So at this point, I'm like, I missed that boat, but I know I'm gonna wait for at least 9:30, 15 minutes after 9:30 and all that. And then sometimes to the 4-hour to kick in, which is at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So price kept rallying down, kept coming down, and then we started getting our reversal here early pre-lunch morning. All right, so late morning, I guess you can call it. And you can't see it in a 5 minutes, so I gotta go to 1 minute. But so here you'll see that when the price came down, well, go to a 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, when it left all this price imbalance here, you see when the price was coming down, this is not what I caught, but you had this big massive candle that needs to get rebalanced in price, just kind of like this over here. When the price just sank down, yeah, it came up and came down, but it came back up, right, to get into there. Well, this is the same idea, and it's pretty massive, so you can't miss that. And then let's see here. Let me go to a 1 minute. So you'll see here that when the price was coming down, missed that whole boat, waited for a reversal, some type of price restructure. So here, when the price came down, look, it's all bearish candles. So that's the high and protective high of that swing. So you notice you're waiting for a break of structure like that. So right here, you're getting a break here, pretty much. Once you went above this high of this bearish candle right here above my cursor, then right when it breaks up and comes back in, you're an automatic buyer. Yes, you had an imbalance here, and you could have waited for that, but then you will miss it. So as long as it comes back into that block, which and you could use these blocks, but you'll miss it as well. As too refined. This is a 1 minute chart. If I went to like a 2 minute, you probably see it a little better. Where'd you go? See, then you would have just used that 2 minute right there. See that? So in general, I'm not going to get into refinement here. That's definitely for deeper parts of mentorship. But so yeah, perfect, nice. Came back in, held price. You started to see retracements, higher high, higher low. Came right back into that block. You could have been a buyer right here. Price came back in after it broke up and came back in. You could have been a buyer right in here with this imbalance in that block and sitting right there beautifully, and plenty of again, US30 is not as clean as ES, so you know, ES was beautiful, to be honest. But anyways, here's a projection here to take it to, I'm going to take it usually to a gap or the 70 on the fib, which is right there, that level here. That's the 70 on the fib. So we had the 70 on the fib, we had the gap, and we're looking for a bearish day in general. So that's kind of where you'll dump your buys, right? Now, as far as sells goes, we waited, we were patient. This did take a minor loss here when the price came back up, and then I decided to just wait because I thought it might keep going. And then I can now go in the 5-minute for the sell of the day. The sell here, when it gave this big bearish candle and a big imbalance right there, and it's underneath the gap of the opening day of the previous day, not today's gap, but the previous day's gap, which was Wednesday. So that gap held as resistance as well. So it came right back up and beautifully hit it. And when we got this imbalance, that's a big red flag for me that we're going to start coming down and take out these lows. Ultimately, the goal would be that low right there. So now price, as you see, price just gapped right now. We just opened up at 6:05 p.m. Eastern time right now. So, and what was some extra confluence, which I'll go over with you now. You had two things that were going on why you could have took this sell. You had a divergence on NAS, which is NAS is up here. You have the ES is right here, which is S&P, and then you have the Dow Jones right here. So divergence coming down. When it's straight, you can count that as you can count it as one of the other. You can add it, you can equate it to a divergence lower high, or you can add it as a divergence higher high. So when you have to pick, so each one is doing, like as you see here, US30 made a higher high and took out liquidity. So if you take out liquidity, the general rule of thumb is it's going to come down. With here, with S&P, you had equal highs. So to me, when I saw NAS coming down with the lower high, and this is a higher high, right? I equate this as a sell, because as this is also flat, you can now use the dollar as another confluence or an indicator. This is the real indicators, but you see here on the right side on the 1 hour chart, when the dollar came in and got into this block, it was a buy for the day. All right, and when the buy came up, that was how you got your original sell. Then the price came down for dollar, which would have been now the buy for US30 and the indices. And then when the price came in reverse back up, that here, especially at the power hour, this was at the power hour at 3 p.m. Okay, and you'll start to see the algorithm run on the power hour between 3 and 4 p.m. Specifically more about 3:20 to 3:45 or something. That is when you will see the run on price for liquidity that's left, which was here. So, and it did it perfectly. So I actually was going to mention that we're going to gap down and I made this video a little bit too late. So, anyways, yeah, so that's how you saw, when you saw this big bullish push at the 3 p.m. See that? Well, that's to show you that we're going to go down in the indices. So pretty nice day, pretty comfortable. And as you see, we're starting to now make our way down. So can we still chop around up here, up and down? Sure we can. Can we see, some more action like this? Sure we can. Right now, I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen all in one day, but we do know that the Feds are gonna keep those rates high for the whole year. So there's no reason why I'm gonna sit here and look for higher prices. Yes, I can buy. I can still be in the market to buy, but doesn't mean I'm holding buys. Doesn't mean I'm going to keep on looking for buys. Ultimately, we're looking for sells because it would only make sense. Plus, we have this, massive imbalance of price right here on the weekly. And then even to come to a 50% equilibrium from this low to this high, this is a safe place to say that we'll visit. I don't know if it takes a year, a month, a week, 6 months, whatever, but this is what I'm looking for, right? So as far as also tomorrow, I know it's Friday, so it'd be different. Could be different. It could reach this low for Friday and then come back up to balance this price. See between here. I don't want to make this video too long, but see right there that we have an imbalance of price on the daily right there. So this price needs to get filled as well. So you could look for short-term buys to fill in here or even get back in here. Does it take out this high? I don't think so. Let me go back to a 1 hour. As you see here, no, I'm sorry. Let me go to a 15 minute. So as you see here, we had that high. Now we have that high, and now we have that high. So they're building their liquidity. I wouldn't be surprised if it rushed down and it came back up for another time. But as of now, man, we're holding bearish prices. So, but we do have some nice liquidity there. So I will put this as an importance of as far as the upside goes, and then I knew this wouldn't happen, so watch previous videos yesterday. And then if you watched yesterday's video, at the end of what I said yesterday, I said that it didn't need to take that out, that we would actually just start coming down from right here. So price came up and took out that high and then found its way down, and that's how we got down here. All right, so hope this helps you guys. And let me see if there's anything I'm missing. As far as price goes, yeah, this is our next target. I mean, yes, we got all this price imbalance right here, right? So yeah, obviously we can come and retrace. I don't know, but then you could use all your previous teachings and knowledge as far as coming into a halfway mark. Do we come up here? I don't know. I doubt it. But I mean, I'd like to see something like this. I'd like to see something like this, and then maybe we can come back up a little bit to take out some of that. But in my opinion, we're in here something like this. So once they build enough highs here, they'll come and take it out with a news event, or we could be sitting here for 4 or 5 days even. Who knows? But you got to catch it while it goes. So all right, you guys take care and God bless.